we are away. So welcome back to the second installment of Crown of the Oathbreaker. So last week, as I kind of summarized in Discord, then we had lots of eclectic groups of people coming together. And I've DM'd a few games. We're going to say this is indeed eclectic, right? Here is a wide variety of characters, and I'm loving every one of them. I like it as well that some of the backgrounds are purposefully not good two shoes. As I might have said in before, if you want to be an evilly aligned character, that's fine, but you can't be a selfish character. Like, well, you got to work within everybody else, so you can't just be a dick, which comes back to the code of conduct. Just don't be a dick and you'll be fine. Okay, so we'll pick up this session with the group of you coming together for Wordsplasher's tour. Well, we have, I may not emphasize this, but Yol and Renal. Renal, you know, there's extra money to be made by helping out Wordsplasher on his tour. So you've come along for that. Vidania, I imagine you're kind of lost with the revelation about what happened to your parents, so just tagging along for the ride, just looking for something to take your mind off it. Would that be fair, Chris? Chris?
Sorry, I had to pick up my kid. He was going near the steps. But anyways, so can you repeat that one more time?
Yeah, I'm just saying that Vidania, having realized what happened to her parents, is a bit of a loss, and just kind of tagging along for the tour, just needs something to do. Would that be fair?
Yes, that's what we agreed to.
Okay, cool. And Pinky, I think you're here to provide some muscle.
Yep.
And that just leaves us in Kracion. And Kracion, what are you doing? Oh, Kracion? Who the hell's in Kracion? I don't know. Astra, what's Astra doing? What's Astra along for this tour?
Making sure that Wordsplasher don't get out of hand and disturb the peace, or he's going to have some fines to pay.
Cool. So you all gather together for various reasons at location number 2, which is totally local, it's called. And a rather extravagant person. He says, hello, everybody. Welcome to the world-famous Tour of Oathbreaker by myself, Bantalea Stoneshield. Though most people just call me Wordsplasher, because I've splashed the words like a poet. So, welcome all you visitors to splendid Oathbreaker. We're humanoids, sprites, or shapeshifters in an altered form. Haha, all are welcome. Under the wonderful leadership of our beloved King, King Waldron Azanar, we are living in a bountiful time. People are welcome, as I said, be you humanoid, sprite, dwarf, elf, kobold, gnome, all are welcome. We are living in truly blessed times. So, before we start, we have 2 late arrivals. And this is a perfect example. You hear about gnolls, and you hear about horrible creatures that feed on corpses of anything. Everybody is welcome. And 2 gnolls join your party group. And what are your names, good sir? And I say, my name's Nisha. And this is Basha. You want to see the city? Well, of course. All are welcome under the glorious rule of our king. Now, before we start seeing the wonders of Oathbreaker, are there any questions?
Is there going to be a snack stop on this tour?
Hand. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
There are going to be snacks. We're going to be visiting the Halfling's Treasury, which is like a candy stop. Prices are very reasonable, so snacks will be provided at that point in the tour.
I'm all set.
You, sir, you had a
Quick
question?
question.
Yes.
So has Renal, sir, I'm trying to remember. So Renal is here because they were hired to, sort of entertain people, right? Is that right?
Entertain, but yeah, just be along and help out generally.
Okay. Has she done it before? Has she met, Wordsplasher before?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is a way you'll use to earn extra coin, and let's face it, y'all needs coin.
Yeah, so at some point, mingling with other people, I'm just gonna, wave at him and say, basically, sort of saying hi.
Sure.
And then do, a jaunty salute saying, I'm on the case, basically.
Awesome. Okay, any other further questions? Excellent questions. Yes, my good guard. What can I help you with?
Slam the spear down. Remember, you are not to disrupt day-to-day operations that did not agree to be on the tour, or you shall pay a hefty fine.
Of course, I've done these tours many times. Never had an ounce of trouble, but we're brave that the brave soldiers of Oathbreaker are here to protect us.
I'm just a snood look.
Snood. I like that word. And I'm sorry, Anya is a... Okay, our Dark Elfin friend, did you have a question?
Vidania will be kind of in the back of the group, and she'll raise up her hand and go, how long is this travel?
Oh, well, we'll be seeing the glorious sights of the city. I imagine it will take 5-6 hours, something like that.
She'll look a little bit lost as she kind of looks to him, but she'll kind of give a nod. All right.
Let's start the tour. Well, firstly, if this is your first time in Oathbreaker, welcome. We find ourselves starting in the Coin District. The Coin District is a commercial district, and you'll notice as we walk along the road here, the riverside promenade, you'll see many vendors hawking many things. It's a famous market here as well. But for those who are interested in perhaps the finer side of things, I can recommend nothing better than the Hills Nectar Winery. At the Hills Nectar Winery, flavors bloom and intertwine. Sipping their wines is like savoring nature's design. But as I said, I'm not sure how much coin you have, but if you're looking to spend a lot, this would be a place to do it. And as Wordsplasher is about to move on, you notice someone emerging from Hills Nectar's Winery. It's a noble person, maybe in their early 20s, and he's almost as wide as he is tall. He's a morbidly obese fellow, and as he starts talking to you, he huffs and puffs through his words, and you see sweat stains under his armpits. But it says, another tour, is it, Wordsplasher? Oh yes, more guests. Well, I recognize couple of these peoples. My name is Zajir Dorian. And sometimes when I deal myself, shall we say, a little reckless, I've been known to frequent the Lucky Leap Tavern. A little below my pay grade, but sometimes it's good to mingle with the commoners. Now you, he points to Renal, I recognize you. What's your name, girl?
Oh, is she talking to me?
To Renal, yep.
Yeah. Hi. I'm Renal. Sorry for cutting it short, but I'm working right now, so it's nice to meet you, and I hope you enjoy.
I happen to have a perfect... Oh, but no, it won't take long. Excuse me, Wordsplasher. But I'm looking for a couple of bard types to See, there's a big ball coming up in the city, and this is more of a pre-ball event. And I'd be very interested in employing your services, Renal, along with your little Harangon friend. I can pay 5 gold pieces plus tips.
I'm going to look to Heal. It's like, do you want to join this gig?
I mean, we're not under contract or anything, right?
No, I'm not. I'm allowed to take side jobs.
I mean, yeah, I need the money.
All right. Well, if Fuel wants to do it, then I want to do it too.
I expect an excellent performance, and we have shall we say, some house rules that we need to follow. Nothing major, nothing silly. But we expect a certain etiquette. And by the way, city guards, if you're looking for a little bit of entertainment, then please come along as well. He says to Astra.
I'm just here to make sure you don't disturb the peace. I know you, Zazir, Dorian, and your brothers.
You know we're a people of our word, though. If no harm will come to these people at the ball. Will be a splendid time. The ball before the ball. Anybody who's anybody is going to be there.
Just remember, I know about you and your brother's mischievous deeds in the noble district.
It's all just noble politics. It's just the game, and we're so good at playing the game.
Gotta shake my head and turn my back to him.
What about you, big guy? And he slaps Pinky on the back. We could do with some security. Perhaps you'd like to earn some coin as well.
How much?
Oh, 3 gold pieces plus tips.
Will not cheap out on these newcomers, Mr. Dorian.
Security pays less than entertainment. It's just the way it works. You can make a persuasion check, though, if you like, Astra, to make the first roll of the session.
He wouldn't be intimidated because he's a noble, would he? Okay.
No, you're below him. Tell you what, if you're interested, big guy, I can make it 4 gold pieces plus tips. What do you say?
I am interested.
Excellent. I'll see you at
I'll be there.
See you at dusk as well. What about you, milady? You got a mysterious air about you, he says to Vidania. Perhaps you'd be interested in coming along, so just as a guest. I wouldn't expect you to work like these people.
She'll kind of like look over to the bigger one and kind of gesture over to him and go, well, I suppose you could probably use some more bodyguards, since there is going to be plenty of nobles there. I would be happy to do such work.
Actually, bodyguards would be very much appreciated. I mean, don't know if you heard on our grapevine, but there was a break-in at our mansion last night and our father was assassinated. Now, you'd think that this would break me up, but he was a son of a bitch, and we'll put on a public airing of grieving and stuff, but I'm pleased to see the old bastard dead.
She'll give like a small little shrug and go, oh, I'm sorry nonetheless, even if you're not surprised of his death, but I am willing to do this work if you're willing to match what you offered him with 4 golden tips.
Done. I was surprised at my father's death, but I wasn't disappointed. He was a prick. And I think anybody who met him would know the same thing. So, surprised but not disappointed. I mean, I'm throwing a ball, for goodness sake. Alright, so except for Mr. Grumpy Guard, who may or may not come along, we'll see you at dusk this evening for the ball before the ball. There's a famous ball coming up called the Wildhammers Ball. purely exclusive event. I don't imagine any of you can afford to be there, but you'll be getting some gold tonight. I know that's what you commoners like, so we'll see you later. And he kind of waddles back into the Hill's Nectar Winery. You're already making acquaintances in the city. That's fantastic. The Doberan family is many things, but I'm sure they'll pay you what was requested. 4 gold pieces for everybody on security and 5 gold pieces plus tips for the rest of you. All right. Now, a good way to make coins. Some might disagree with me here, but there is... And it takes you into the coin district further north. This here is a place where many fortunes have been made, but more often than not, fortunes have been lost. This is the 999 Gambling Hall. And at the 999 Gambling Hall, the dice will roll and call. A place of fortune and chance with thrills await you all. And you see that the 999 Gambling Hall, it has got colourful lanterns outside, but it's basically a windowless brick building. Not very interesting to look at, but you see people leaving in and out, coming back and forth. And as you're observing this, figure comes out. Figure is at least familiar to one of you. Oh, we are blessed here with the presence of Golfer, the proprietor of the 999 Gambling Hall. Hello, Golfer. Whatever, Wordsplasher, it's not you I want to have words with. It's you, he says, pointing to Yol. You owe me some money, sunshine. What have you got?
Well, if you give me a couple hours after I have a job tonight, I can throw you some money.
Well, happen to over... Well, not me, but let's just say I have many sparrows around the city listening in. I know full well your job at the Hills Wine Nectary. So I'll be taking that, of course. Do you have any coin on you at the moment? Start paying down this debt.
I think I can toss you about 3 gold.
How much gold do you have? Says Malcolm.
I have 12.
Make me a deception check, because he's asking for all of it and you're not giving him all of it, so make me a deception check.
I'm going to use luck and give myself advantage.
Yeah, new rules, yeah. I roll a flat d20, see if he sees through it. Alright, I'll add that to the ledger. I expect a visit from you once the ball has been completed. Pray we have an understanding, y'all.
Yeah, I said I'm going to pay you back. I'm going to pay you back, right?
Right. I mean, you did sign the contracts. Interest rates are very reasonable, so I expect nothing less.
Awesome,
Okay.
3 gold.
Cool. So take 3 gold off.
Yep.
And Wordsplasher continues to lead you through the coin district. There's like a trader's meet, which you can buy all sorts of things. There's a brothel there, it's a jewellery, all sorts of things. It's very much the commercial district. And then he ventures over into the North District and says, well, now we're entering the North District of the town. This is a very affluent area of town. Not so affluent that you can get into the High District, but you're not wanting for anything. Very, very affluent district. The most popular thing to do in the North District is over here at the Monster Menagerie, a zoo of sorts. They have all manner of exotic creatures. They have a triceratops from lands afar. They have owl bears. They have giant crocodiles. Well worth the visit if you have the time. I believe someone asked about snacks. This brings us to the Halfling's Treasure Bakery, number 20 on the map. At the Halfling's Treasure Bakery, it's plain to see golden pastry as pies are their sweet, speciality. And you see there's just rows and rows of candy here, and there's two halfling couples managing the store. And as Wordsplasher leads you in, he says, "Oh, hello, Tam and Gaia. It's a pleasure to be in your beautiful establishment. I've brought these people here, and I hear one of them at least is keen for your sweet treats." And the mother, Gaia, cleans her hands on her apron and says, "Well, hello, everybody. Well, what can I get for you? Who would like some candy? Just a copper piece each."
Yeah. What do you recommend?
"Well, why don't you start with this one, my dear? It's called a loopy." And she hands you something that looks like a gummy worm. "Just try it. You'll see."
I'll take 2.
Astra will kind of flip up a gold coin and just give a gold coin to pay for the entire group.
"Oh, thank you, my dear. I'll calculate it carefully and work out the change you are no doubt owed at the end of it."
Thanks,
So you-
guy.
So you try a loopy, and oh no, it's just like a normal looking candy, but when you put it in your mouth, it starts tasting like raspberry, then blueberry, then strawberry, then cotton candy, then various other sweet flavors as the flavors loop throughout your mouth. What do you think of that, my dear?
This might be the best thing I've ever eaten.
Wow. Let's try a Wrigley then, shall we? And he hands you over a flat chocolate, almost like a Kit Kat, like a single bar of a Kit Kat. Try this one.
Just munch it like a rabbit does.
Well, as you munch it, the bits that you munch, like the little fragments of the Kit Kat, as it were, starts wriggling around in your mouth like worms. It's an odd sensation, but it's still a delicious sensation.
Oh, it's like Pop Rocks.
It's like Prop Rocks, but they move a lot. And finally, we have the snake candy. Now, you look like a connoisseur of candy goods. What do you think this snake candy is going to do?
I mean, if the chocolate moved, can't even imagine what the snake's gonna do.
You pop a snakey in your mouth, and it wriggles around your mouth in much the way that a snake would.
He faked me out.
Would anybody else like some candy?
Vidania will raise up her hand and go, how much is the candy once more?
1 copper piece, but your friendly guard over there has paid for the tab effectively. So no charge to you, my dear.
She'll kind of like look over the candy and go, I would actually like to get a good amount of candy. Is there a way I can get like a small bag of each of those?
Of course, I'll give you the sampler. And she gives you like 4 or so of each types of candy. In fact, you look like such a lovely group. I think I can hand out candy bags to all of you. She pulls out
This is the
these
best.
sample bags and hands them all out to you. Oh, it's so nice seeing so many happy people in my store. It reminds me. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just going to need a moment. And she goes to the back of the store and starts quietly sobbing in the corner. her husband, who is in the process of making the candies, comes forward and says, "Look, I'm sorry about that. We're struggling with something a little bit at the moment, and it's just a bit much. Is there anything else I can get you?"
Oh, go ahead.
What's wrong? What's wrong with
Well,
her?
well, seeing all of you people enjoy the candy, which is, let's be honest, we try and promote that everyone's a child in here, right? When you're in here, you can enjoy the candy and be a kid again. And I think that's reminded me and my wife of our daughter, whose name I should know, our daughter Byra. She's a young halfling girl, about 16 or so. And she's got it in her head that she wants to be an adventurer. She wants to go and protect the people, delve into dungeons, and slay dragons and all these type of things. And she's quite a headstrong girl. It's hard to tell her what to do. But she heard a story of, dragging across to a map, of a lumberjack out at Willow Creek. And the lumberjack said the village was being attacked by a beast with the head of a lion and that can swing its tails like spears from its tail. And Byra has always been headstrong, and she wanted to hunt this beast down. And we argued and argued and argued, but eventually there was no talking sense into her, and she left for Willow Creek. And I'm worried. If everything had gone to plan, even her wildest designs, then I'm sure she would have been back by now. But she's not worried. But we're worried that she hasn't come back. Now, I know you guys are busy and interested in the tour. I'm sorry. I don't mean to burden you with my problems.
I mean, what are you looking for? Maybe some help eventually? I mean, I don't know about tonight, but maybe I can. I don't know. Maybe we could put together something. I don't know.
Yeah, like Rhinell's definitely sympathetic, and she's totally going to be like, "Oh, I would love to help you, but I'm not necessarily the most sturdy person." And my concern would be if there is trouble out there, I'm just another person, you know.
I can tell you have a good heart, my dear, says the mother coming back. I know this is a burden, but perhaps you could make your way to Willow Creek and just inquire about what happened to her? I mean,
Where is that? I'm just looking at the map.
Yeah, I'll ping it. It's
Willow Creek.
It's about a day's travel, the Willow Creek. There's a Willow Creek's plane, whoever was pinging that, but the Willow Creek city. And
Okay. If I'm ever in the area, I will definitely ask. And I think Huel is probably the same way. I don't know. It's like I'm looking at
I wouldn't
Huel.
mind. We can at least go and ask.
Yeah. No harm in asking.
very much appreciated. I'm sure we could scrape together a few gold pieces as a reward of sorts. But we are dreadfully worried. I understand you're busy today, but perhaps if you could leave at first light in the morning to Willow Creek within the day. I'm sorry. It's your own business. I'm sorry. I'm just worried about my daughter.
Oh no, I understand. I definitely understand your plight, and I do want to help.
Oh, may the gods bless you.
Same to you. we'll be back regardless.
How you like my candy, so you'd be most welcome back, my dear. Well, said Wordsplasher, you're making a name for yourself in the city already. Got a gig for a musical thing and security now? Saving Byron. I know Byra personally. She's a lovely lass, but she is headstrong and longs for adventure.
Don't we all?
Well, hopefully nothing bad's happened. Hopefully this is all a false alarm, and maybe she just lost track of time or something. We'll see.
Most boring stories are the most reassuring stories. If nothing interesting happens to Byra, then fantastic.
What was the name of the candy shop again?
It's located at number 20 on the map, and it's the Halfling's Treasure Bakery. Once again, just hover over 20, it should come up. Halfling's Treasure Bakery.
Gotcha.
Okay, he continues to take you through the North District, pointing out various rich people who want to be nobles but just can't afford it. And now, as he takes you along the short road, he takes you to the Lucky Leap Tavern. Well, Renell, perhaps you'd do best to explain about the Lucky Leap Tavern, as I believe you play music here.
Oh, of course. And then I'll basically go into probably a well-practiced spiel on the founding of the Lucky Leap Tavern and the current proprietor. I'm sure Renell knows a lot more than Raymond does. So we'll just say she says.
Okay. Some basic things, it's run by the proprietor called Ricio Tane, who was an ex-adventurer who retired from adventuring and set up this place. It's a great place for food, company, rumors, that type of stuff. And there is a tradition for people coming to the Lucky Leap Tavern. Just let me get my notes here. Sorry. As you're giving this, Ricio Tane himself's come out on the streets. Well, Wordsplasher, old lad, I see you brought some fine people to my establishment. Now, just for a bit of fun, we have a tradition here at the Lucky Leap. And you see, just inside the door, there's various painted lengths leading from the door. And the challenge here, the further you leap, the bigger the prize will be. We have everything from a small glass of beer to an entire barrel of my finest red wine. So who would wish to take their chances? Who would wish to take a lucky leap?
A leap, you say?
It's a leap, y'all, that's right.
I could try my feet at that one.
One chance only, so do it your best.
All right. Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
To the lucky leap, y'all. What's your jump distance?
Well, I know it's based on strength, but I can do that.
Yeah.
exact jump rules.
So I can jump 10 feet.
Looking at it now. Brabbertop has a bonus action 5 times your proficiency bonus. Okay, and
Yeah, 10 feet.
10 feet. So you rush in, Hjol, take a leap, and do a huge jump, and you reach the minimum distance. Oh, congratulations, Hjol. Small glass of beer on the house, no problem.
I'll take it.
Would anybody else wish to try their lucky leap at the lucky leap?
I'll jump.
All right. Now I'm just clarifying the rules on jump. Should know this. Here we go. Jumping. I'm assuming this is the same as 5. When you make a long jump, you cover a number of feet up to your strength score. If you move at least 10 feet before the jump. Okay. So who's jumping?
Pinky.
Pinky, what's your strength score?
17.
Okay, so Pinky, you come running, jump through, land with an almighty whoosh, and you make it 17 feet, which is good enough for a mug of ale. Oh, well done, well done.
Thank you.
1 mug of ale on the house. Now I know
Good
some
stuff,
of you
big
are excellent stuff, Picker. Now I know some of you are newcomers to the city, so this first one is on me. But please come to my establishment for your drinking needs. Who else would like to give it a go?
So yeah, Malcolm, I posted the rules, which I think are the same. So
Okay.
yeah,
do look the
so
same.
if you make a running start, you jump up to your strength score. Standing long jump is half.
Ooh, I think you're right. That's exactly the same. What about Mr. Grumpy Guard over there? Or are you not allowed to drink on duty?
Guards can choose to do what we want on duty, but I prefer to stay in the right mind, per se, to keep an eye on this store.
I'll tell you what. I promise to give you a nice cold glass of water if you do the jump. Or are you too chicken to do the jump?
I'll slam my spear down, and then I'll kind of grab it around with my elbow here and start to write down. So I have 1 Ricio Tane trying to bribe a city official guard. Okay, I'll be coming back for your charge later. Anybody else want to add to it?
What bribe? I was giving you a friendly competition. You jump, I give you
Oh.
water. You don't jump, I don't give you water.
Nope, that definitely came across as a bribe. So would you like to keep on going? Maybe we can turn this into a racketeering charge?
Oh, look, my friend, I've been shaken down by people smarter than you.
Good stare.
What? Ricio Tane is seasoned. He's recognized a shakedown when he sees one, but you can make an intimidation check if you like. Astro.
Nope, he sees through full of shit.
I'll tell you what. We value the
almost
members
dropped
of
that
the
spear.
we value members of the local guard. So yeah, I'll offer you a free drink. Is it just water, or would you like something stronger? No strings attached.
I'm sorry, but we can't take gifts from the public. That could be seen as favoritism.
So be it. And Ricio Tane has a wry smile on his face. Right, would anybody else not so grumpy wish to take the jump? No? Be fine. So everybody, please remember that the gifts I've given you today, keep in mind that I've got quite a few knowledge. So please, frequent my establishment often. But for now, good day. And Mauricio Tang gives you a deep bow as he goes back to bartending.
Bye, Uncle. I'm just gonna wave bye.
See you later! Yep, he's indeed your uncle.
Also, for the next couple of hours, Renal is going to be glaring at the asshole who tried to shake down her father figure.
Yes.
I think you're just staring at him while drinking mug out of his
This guy's
mug.
a real party pooper, huh?
Mhm. He's an asshole, is what he is.
Ha.
I like
wonder
how
if
that played
one
out
of
just
the
personally, that he failed to shake down Mauricio Tane, because Mauricio Tane is seasoned. I enjoyed that interaction. Sorry. Alright. Now we've gone through the North District. I assume you see the wealth there. Like the Garden of the Sleepers, for example. That's where rich people are buried. And we have lots of establishments around here. Some savory, some not so savory. If you're wishing a good haircut, I'll recommend the Golden Touch Gents Barbershop, Area 51 on my handout that I gave you. Still on yes. And alright. Now this, he says, standing outside of the gate. This is the High District. Now you'll notice some of the guards in some of the districts, they were competent. But here, the upper class, the 1% if you were, they pay good money for good guards. They pay too well to be bribed. And you see two very serious-looking guards outside the Fists of Azanar, which is a fortification structure. And Bentley Wordsplasher comes up to one of the guards. Good afternoon, good sirs. As you know, I'm Wordsplasher, and I'm showing these delightful people around the city. Maybe please be let in. The guard says, "Oh, I don't know, Wordsplasher. Last time we let you in, there was a bit of a fracas." "Well, that wasn't my fault. That was... I don't care what your excuses are. We're not sure whether we could let you in or not." And Wordsplasher starts to panic and looks around to you guys for support. Maybe looking for you guys to maybe be able to talk your way out.
Do that real cough, to the guards. Does it help if he's accompanied by a guard this time? And I'm gonna shoot him a look and be like, "What did I tell you?" Any outburst, and you're going to pay dearly for this time, Wordsplasher.
Says the guard. "You're extra, aren't you?"
Can we not do this here in front of the newcomers?
Make a persuasion check, because they're wanting to give you shit.
Oh, it rolled off the 3. Okay.
Still pretty good. Alright, under the accomplishments of a guard, but just keep a wide berth around the palace. We don't want you getting close again now, do we? A response?
I am completely just dead stared, no response.
Well, thank you, Estra. I'm not sure what that was all about. And as soon as you enter into the city, I mean, the North District was nice, but the High District is something else. Everything's clean, everything's just in tip-top condition. And The first thing I wish to point out is the Golden Nectar Inn. At the Golden Nectar Inn, where warmth and cheer unite, a haven for weary nobles throughout day and night. And you see this just magnificent restaurant. And you see a person exiting the restaurant, almost looking out of place. It is this gentleman here. He's a half-orc, but he's dressed in chef's garb. And he seems to be on his way to the market. Look, if you can't pick out the best loin, then I'll get it. I expected more from you. Excuse me. And he rushes out. He rushes out and kind of sees you group, and he dashes away to the market. But then he stops and does a double take and looks at Pinky. Hey. Oh, I think I know you. What's your name?
You do? Pinky?
I used to be friends with a Goliath family. And they had 2 sons. I remember that. I used to trade with them at harvesting. They used to bring me good grain. Now, I haven't seen your parents for a long time, but you seem about the right age. Were you from harvesting, perchance?
Yes. You know my parents?
I haven't seen them for a number of years, but please pass on my best regards.
I haven't seen them for many years as well. We got separated when bandits attacked us. Long time ago.
Oh, I was unaware of that. Oh, that's a terrible thing. And what of your brother?
You see Pinky's face just kind of completely change. They kill him. They cut his head off right in front of me. I'll have to find the Stardew the Red and cut him.
Sure who the red character is, but you have my deepest sympathy there. They are a good family.
Thank you, friend.
Treated me wise, charged me fair prices. Now I'm gonna go out on a limb, and I'm gonna say you've fallen on hard times. Am I right?
Yeah. Yes.
Now, I'm having a cooking competition here. Not tonight, but in 2 nights' time. And it's for, number 1, for glory. I want to be known as the best cook in these towns. But number 2, if I play my cards right, I could be cooking for the king and queen themselves, as well as their beautiful princess as well. But you see, I think my competitor is up to no good. And half of my staff has either fallen down sick or just got up and quit. So I'm going to need some help in this cooking competition. I could pay you 50 gold pieces. Would you be interested?
Yes. Of course. Thank you. What do I need to do?
You need to crack heads if somebody gets out of line.
Oh, I can do that.
We're actually looking for some musicians as well. Do you know any good musicians?
I point towards, I think, Renel and Hill. I think they can do music.
Yeah. The 2 of us were just gossiping here, and there was, you're asking us.
What, need entertainment?
Oh, we'd be happy to. Well, Huel here is definitely better than me, but I'd be happy to accompany if he wants to.
Oh, I think she's a little bit better. I'm kind of a rhythm guy.
A little bit of
Well,
rhythm.
you know what they say. You know what they say. The rhythm's gonna get you.
Let's say I'm going to put you on a bit of a retainer. You do a crap job, I'll pay you 10 gold pieces. You do a fantastic job, I'll pay you 50 gold pieces each. How does that sound?
I'm gonna look at Huel and Sound good?
Yeah. That's okay. Sure.
We're also
When-
lacking. When?
When we
2
should
nights.
become? 2 nights. Okay.
No, not tonight. Not tonight. So 2 nights time, like yeah,
2
2 nights
evenings.
time, 2 evenings. So
Okay.
not this evening, not the next evening, but the next evening.
hmm
So police shop, and we're also down an MC. And his eyes shoot towards Vidania. Would that be something you could do?
She would raise a brow. What is this entailing?
There's a cooking competition between myself and so I'm just looking up the name. See, there's a constant rage in culinary circles. Who is better, Ozar the Exquisite or Bandaro? Some people say Bandaro. The ones with brains think they're gonna meet. So to settle this question, we're promoting this clash of chefs to see who the best is. No, we've arranged for some taste testers, and basically whoever wins the most points over the most courses will possibly get to serve the king, queen, and the princess themselves. And we need someone to... we've got security covered, we've got music covered. We're looking for a hype person, someone to announce the dishes, welcome the guests.
She'll kind of like squint her eyes a little bit, and then she'll kind of like shake her head. That is not something that I would find suitable for myself. I would much prefer being a bodyguard or helping to move contestants along or something. But trying to be a hype person and introduce people, not something I wheelhouse.
We got security covered, but how about a sous chef? Basically chopping onions until your eyes cry.
She'll kind of like think about it for a second. She'll nod and go, "All right, I think I could do that."
Right, well, once again, retainer. You chop onions good, I'll pay you handsomely. 50 gold pieces on the line. Alright, Wordsplasher, can't help but notice you got one more person in your group here, a guard. You just security here, friend? What you doing? Says Ozar to Astra.
Depends on what you need, friend. I heard a little about your competition supposedly starting soon, and if I recall, isn't one of the guests possibly supposed to be royal, if you catch my drift?
We're expecting the princess.
Oh, well then, indeed, I would like to run private security to ensure that nothing becomes of the princess's food. Make sure it's the correct temperature, make sure it's not too hot, not too cold.
Ozar looks at you, and he gives you a look, and he knows, you recognize this look before. He knows what happened in those palace all those years ago. He says, you sure it's a good idea, sidling up to the royal family?
Absolutely. I think the princess will find me interesting.
Well, Wordsplasher, you've done it again. You've brought people here to help me out in my time of need. And Ozar the Exquisite returns back into his thing. Everybody except...
Quick question, Malcolm. How accepted it is to do like random magic, like just on the street? Like, is it like a punishable, or is it like nothing like piece disturbing, but just a display of magic? How looked down upon it is it, or is it? I guess that's the question.
It's not illegal in any sense of the word. There was a Have you read the history? There was a cruel theocracy where all other religions were banned, arcane magic was frowned upon. And since the monarchy has been established, it's kind of swung the other way. All religions are welcome. Arcane magic is encouraged. So there's no law against it. Some people might find it obnoxious, but nothing illegal. So what would you like to do?
Then what I would do is, like, as soon as we're like heading off from like Uzar's shop, I'm actually going to head over to Pinky, and I'm going to be like, "Oh, Mr. Pinky, I just heard about what happened to your parents, and I'm just really sorry. I didn't know my father, but if I had lost my mother, I wouldn't know what to do. So I just really." And then she's just going to cast like a minor illusion, just real quick, and create like sort of like an exquisite, like white forget-me-not, and then she's going to hand it to Mr. Pinky. I was like, please treat this as my sort of like condolences. I know this is little, but I just wanted to say I'm sorry for your loss. And then she's just gonna step up. And you have like a little forget-me-not to last a minute.
Thank you. And you see, like, he like tries to hide, but he kind of wipes a single tear out of his eye, like when he turns away.
He's just a big
That means a lot. But he doesn't want to show that.
Sure. Big guy Pinky, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you look kind of tough and capable. We were considering heading out to maybe find something out about that lady's daughter tomorrow, if you wanted to maybe tag along.
Yeah, Vera.
Sure.
Yeah, well, she offered like some gold, and we can just split it like evensies. Hopefully nothing bad happens. We'll just find her and hey, easy money. But we'd really appreciate it if like you would help us out. This, like the flower is totally separate from this. We were going to ask you anyway, but so don't think I'm just buttering you up.
Sure. As long as we can make it here for the competition.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah, I need the money for that too. So I would like to.
Yeah. Just let me know. I live not too far from here in I think, what was it, soldiers? What called?
Well, I mean, if you're not comfortable, like I can just pass by the Lucky Leap Tavern. That's where I am. And
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's not too far actually where I'm staying. Actually, wait. Now I'm not staying there. I'm staying in the slums. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. Thank you, friends.
No, thank you.
Says Wordsplasher. Now that we're in the area, let me point out a couple of the noble families. The first and most eclectic, most eccentric, is the Goldtooth. The Goldtooths. Band of goblins, if you can believe that. A noble house. One of their ancestors rescued the queen, and she, as a reward, rewarded them with nobility. And they're very rich. And you look at the Goldtooth villa, it's almost like something out of Dr. Seuss. There's bits like sticking out the side, propped up on stilts. It's all very expensive looking, but it's all very odd with weird wings and stairs that seem to go to nowhere. It's very odd. Well, that's the Goldtooth, so they're an odd bunch, but it's very, very nice. Abstract, that's a good word for it. And we also have the Gorso Manor. That's 39 on the map. Now, the Gorso Manor, it's abandoned. No one's lived there for a number of years. Though, I hear a rumor that the Gorsos, some representatives of the Gorsos, will be here for the King's Games. Now I hear what you're saying. What the hell are the King's Games? Well, in 4 or 5 days, the city celebrates the monarchy. There will be various games around the city, chances to win magical items, And it culminates with the Battle of the Champions, which is effectively a not to the death battle knockout tournament to win an audience with the king. Now, the king has won it for a number of years, so the joke around town is the king has an audience of one. But that's something I would recommend you look forward to, the King's Games. And if you fancy yourself as a bit of a combatant, be it with magic or arcane, I would encourage you to participate. All right.
When is that going on?
5 days from now.
I mean, I'm really no fighter by any means compared to some people, but I think maybe they could use some entertainment, right?
Is the competition individual or is it team? Individual.
And well, there's the Battle of the Champions, which is a combat-orientated one, but there's many other competitions before the game. Like, for instance, one of the games is a singing competition. I would highly recommend you enter that one, Hjold and Renal. Prizes to be had, and not just for the strongest of muscle.
All right. So, quick question, Malcolm, just double checking. So we have the go to the village the following day. We have the cooking competition in 2 days. We have this, that's sort of like the king's game in 5 days, and then we had like the at the start. Didn't we have like a party that we were going to go to? When was
this
that?
evening.
Was that like
This evening.
Huh?
This evening.
Oh, this.
Yeah, the
Alright.
ball's tonight.
Oh wow.
The pre-ball tonight. There's a bigger ball coming on. It's the ball before the ball.
Oh,
If that
okay.
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. The
This is the pre-game. Pre-gaming tonight.
So yes, Gorso Villa, abandoned at the moment, but they might be here for the King's Games. Now we're getting right up into it. This is the famous King's Bridge, and we have the Queen's Bridge at the south. The first chief magic user, there's a better word than magic, chief wizard, or someone called Master Arlen the Constructor. He constructed these bridges, and he constructed the royal palace. And the bridges, you see, are kind of got like a arrow slits on the side of it, and it looks very, very narrow. So if you're pushing a carriage through there, you'd have to go very slowly. Yes, Arlen the Constructor has done a wonderful. And you then get your first close-up look, many of you, at the Royal Palace. A glorious 3-storied things with resplendent guards all over it. It's just very nice. You cross over the bridge. Now, our very first king was King Razmel Valker. And you see a statue there. And it's a huge piece of granite stone carved magically into the likeness of the first king. And there's a single line engraved on the base of the statue. It says, "Order is our solid foundation." And you see, compared to the rest of the statue, this is quite relatively worn out. And Wordsplasher says, yes, so the tradition is to trace your finger along the words. It's considered good luck. And Wordsplasher does exactly that. It says, "Order is our solid foundation." I would encourage you to do the same.
I'll do it.
Is anybody not doing it?
Asher will do it, and then afterwards will also kneel to the king's statue.
Sure. Okay, let's carry on with our tour. So over here at 71 is the Wildhammer. Very, very old family, very, very, very wealthy, perhaps the wealthy of all the things. And we mentioned a pre-ball before. The Wildhammers will actually be holding the main ball. Maybe we get lucky to get an invite, but I don't think so. And here we have the Domarin Mansion. Now this was the one that Vidania did her business in. This was the son that you just met who invited you to the pre-ball. And the Domarin Villa is looking a little run down. Some of the grass is a bit long, while everyone else's is exquisitely manicured. There's rust on some of the gates. And you notice one of the windows is broken and has been boarded up. So there's still a lot of money there, but for some reason they're not quite keeping up with it. Takes you through the North District and eventually swings you round into the Sword District. So here is the industrious part of the city. Not much to see here, but this is where things that get done when nobody really wants them to get done. Things like blacksmithing and prisons and things like that. We can move on from here. Now this is the South District, perhaps the poorest area of the city, apart from the shanties. So a lot of petty crime here, that sort of thing. A lot of dark things happen here as well. Now way back when the Dark Angels ruled the land, they built this wall. This is called the Old Wall. Many people claim to see it shifting it into spaces. Some claim to see faces. But this particular area, the Alley of Menace, people just don't go there. That is considered dangerous. That is considered haunted. That is considered bad news. So we highly recommend you don't go in there. Nestor and Basher, who's been along for the tour, say, "Oh, nonsense. This place is safe. You're all just afraid of superstitions." And they rush into the alley. And then they rush out of the alley. Red eyes ablaze, frothing at their mouth, and they lunge to attack you. Which will bring us over here. Feel free to reposition yourself as you see fit. That's just where I happen to place you. And for the first time in the campaign, can you all please
roll for initiative?
Malcolm, which way do they run?
Well, they went
Like,
they went into the alley
assume-
like over here,
okay,
and something come
So-
over them, and they came rushing back.
okay.
Oh,
Because
sorry.
Pinky was trying to follow them, like to stop them, because he doesn't want any troubles for Wordsplasher.
Okay. Just a second. You, as you rush up after them, Pinky, can you make me a wisdom saving throw?
Oof.
Does Astra need to as well because he's kind of close to Pinky?
I'll say you can do yours at advantage.
Also, is Vidania back? I don't think
Yeah, I'm
he's-
here.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I just didn't see your initiative.
Down at 17. Nasher and Basher in there. And Wordsplasher. We'll just get a 3. So I'm going to assume everybody's in there. So yes, the two gnolls rush in. They're being a bit of a dick really throughout the tour, making lots of snide comments to Wordsplasher's rhyming. But there's something more come over them, and they mash their teeth and they rush forward. Hjold, dexterous on your feet, you're first to act. What do you do?
Ah, shit. All right. Well, I mean, I'm no stranger to little alley scraps. All right, yeah, they look like they're gonna like try to kill us.
Oh, yeah, they look feral. Frothing at the
Oh,
mouth,
shit.
snarling.
All right. Well, he will pull out his little crossbow. Okay, yeah, just an action. I will cast True Strike, and I will. I guess I'll take a shot at this guy right here.
True strike is much better. 21,
Yeah.
you file out your true strike and a blast of energy leaves your hands and hits and does 8 points of...
So I'll make it radiant damage.
Sure. The gnoll recoils back. Some of his fur gets singed and stinks quite a bit, but he does not seem deterred. Seems maniacal.
Oh, no. Ah, shit, guy. Big guy, do the thing, and he'll start playing like a little battle beat on his drum, and he'll give Pinky bardic inspiration.
Awesome. Does bardic inspiration differ at all?
I think if they fail, if he misses a attack or save, he can use it.
Oh, I see. So
Yeah.
okay, so if he misses, he
Keep
can
it
then
in.
roll.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, with the bardic inspiration cast, Astra towards the front lines. What do you do?
Astra will bang his spear on his shield, look back, and state, I declare all actions taken in this are self-defense. But if any of you fail to help protect the Tor, then you will be charged with assault on the Tor. And we'll go to this one and take a swing.
Before you do that, can you make me another wisdom saving throw, just flat?
Sure. Yeah, 5.
Uh, something comes over Astra. Astra, voice channel 2, please.
Oh, already? Okay.
Off to the naughty room. So, you're going to fall to the ground prone and effectively almost paralyzed, and your mind is flooded from the images of the worst atrocities done by the Dark Angels. Are you familiar enough with the history, Doug, or do you want me to go into more detail?
That's fair enough. Then basically genocide. Got it.
Yep, horrible, tyrannical dictators. Okay, so you're visited with all the worst things about them, the torture they did, the murder they did, the killing of children that they did. And it's just horrific, and that floods your mind, and you fall to the ground. Okay? Right, back we go. All right.
Astra jumps in, starts to stab with this spear. Then all of a sudden, you see his eyes just go completely white. Pure white, no pupils, like they're glazed over. And he instantly is on his knees prone, just staring up. No movement, no sounds. Just glazed over white eyes.
It'll be Astra's turn. Pinky.
Did I fail or pass my original wisdom save?
You passed.
It was 13.
You
Passed.
passed.
Okay. Alright, Pinky does advance towards them here.
Makes another wisdom saving throw.
Uh,
No, you're
15.
fine. You're fine. Yep. Whatever effect it is, you resist it.
Alright, and then I will attack this one, I guess.
Yep.
With a maul.
Okay.
17 to hit.
17. This gnoll has a looking up his character sheet, has a spear, and he pushes up the spear to block it, but you almost crack the spear in two, and a 17 will hit as you split one of his spears anyway, with your maul. Roll damage.
8 damage.
The gnoll recoils back from it. That hurt. He's looking bloody, he's
Don't
looking
forget
beat
your-
up, but he's still...
Don't forget your mastery.
And do it. Oh, mastery, yeah. So yeah. So this one has topple. So I'll try to do that.
Constitution saving throw. You roll 11. Is that good? Probably not good enough, I suspect.
So it's a DC plus modifier, which is, I guess, +3 from me, right?
And then
Yeah,
plus
your
2
strength,
because of
like
your
it.
contribution. So your DC is 13.
13.
Yeah.
Okay.
Massive swipe. You burst through his spear, and the creature topples to the ground, prone. Ooh,
All right.
Flashing stuff.
I don't think I can do anything with bonus action right now. So that would be
Okay. Cool. Renal, you watch Astra fall to the ground and Pinky taking care of business. What do you do?
Yeah, so I am also going to go ahead and cast True Strike and shoot with a light crossbow on this guy.
Alright.
Because I don't want disadvantage. 19 for 10.
18 for 10 on this guy. Yeah, that lights him up with the radiant energy. He is not happy. I've DM'd for many years. I've never seen True Strike cast, and now I've seen it cast twice. So,
Oh, you'll see it cast a bunch.
very good. So, almost like an
That's right.
Eldritch Blast type of thing as well, right? A kind of go-to cantrip.
Yeah.
A little bit,
It's
yeah.
really good until like level 5.
Awesome. Okay, Renal, yeah. I'm assuming that's your turn.
Yes, that's my
Vidania.
turn.
Well, after seeing Astra kind of like go down from walking in that area, obviously she is gonna go ahead and bring her hands together, and she's gonna start conjuring some magic. Hold on a second. Okay, she's gonna start conjuring some magic, and we're gonna go ahead and do guiding bolts at the bottom one.
Nice. Okay, let's see that guiding bolt attack. Oh, good damage, but the guiding bolt just whoosh over the top of the nose. That's a miss.
She will go ahead and move up 10 feet, and then we'll end the turn there.
Okay, cool. All right. Okay, the knoll right in front of... No, I can't resist a downed opponent. I'm going to say they're just going to draw... no, it takes its spear, rises it above Astra, drives it down at advantage, rolling a dirty 20, which I think will
Oh
hit you, Pinky. Oh, no, sorry, it's Astra,
Astra.
sorry, Astra. For 10 points of damage.
Exactly my HP.
Wow.
Oh. First level, baby. She watches Astra goes down. And as he pulls out the spear, the blood just spurts out and he covers himself and it goes. And you notice if he was crazy before, he kind of steps up the craziness. And is going to use a bonus action to dash over here and try and sink his teeth into Pinky as he goes into a rampage. So just comes launching through a float Pinky. Oh, he rolls a natural one. Such a build-up for such a failure. But the other knoll springs to his feet, using half his movement, and they have pack tactics. No, they don't. So he swings over to the this. No, he's going to stay there. Swings over and gets his spear and tries to drive it through the heart of Pinky. And he rolls a 15, Pinky, which is going to miss with your patchwork armor, deflecting most of the blow. And Wordsplasher says, well, this is exactly what I didn't want to happen. Oh no! Somebody do something! And he goes and cowers in the corner. The old.
Alright. Yep, I will once again, I'll cast True Strike on this guy. I'm gonna use my final luck point, to take advantage on it. Yeah,
Nice.
take that!
Nice.
It's
Natural 20!
For, 9 radiant.
Okay, 9 radiant against this one.
Yeah.
It's destroyed.
And then bonus action. I'm gonna yell out to the guy that just got stabbed on the ground. You might be the worst guard I've ever seen. Get back up. You're yelling at other people to fight. What the hell's wrong with you? And a healing word.
Ooh, pretty good. Yeah, it's 2d4 now.
Yeah,
Oh,
not bad at all.
Oh wow, they really improved those.
Yeah, all the healing spells have been improved. So healing word, cure wounds, prayer of healing grants you a short rest at the end
That's sick.
Oh wow.
of it.
And just so you know, Chris, we keep our death saving throws private, so you don't know what people have rolled. But now that Doug is out of the woods, what did you roll, Doug?
natural 1.
So that healing word, perfectly timed, Child. Well done. Astra, life comes back into you. You're prone on the ground. What do you do?
Stand up. Do I need to make a fresh save? Fresh
Yes.
wisdom?
Yes.
Oh my.
Exactly the same thing happens. Eyes gloss over white, no movement, drops back to his knees.
God, worst guard ever.
Pinky, same with you, please. Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom. 19.
Oh,
There you go.
who says Pinky's not smart? Pinky's super wise. As you were, you're fine.
Hey, that
Pinky, as Pinky swings his maul, he says, "Should have drank that beer."
It was good.
Nice.
Natural
Wow.
20.
Natural 20!
Go.
So that is that double? It's supposed to double with it, or
Another 2d6.
Yeah, another 2d6.
oh, one more time. Okay. So 22.
You don't get the.
you don't get the modifier, you just double the dice.
Yeah,
Oh.
so it's
Do a
19
2 and
damage.
a 6 for 8.
So yeah, 8. So 19 total.
Yeah.
I just can't deal with natural 20s at the moment. So, I'd like to know, Pinky, for the first time in the campaign.
How do you want to do this?
So like I said, he said you should have drank that beer. So he not just swings his maul, he does like 100. He jumps in the air, swings 180 degrees while holding maul, and then hits Noel right on the head, smashing it to bits, pulverizing it.
Bloody Paul. Alright.
As soon as they're dead, can I just run up and try to get whatever money they had?
Sure. Can you make me a wisdom saving throw, please?
I was waiting for that.
Oh shit! All right.
Oh my!
Oh, voice channel 2, please.
God.
So, long ago, not sure how familiar you read the history in the Gazetteer, but there was the rule of the Dark Angels. They literally dragged the moon over the sun, so the whole land was in constant darkness. And they were cruel, tyrannical rulers, not above torture, not above, genocidal type acts. And they were just horrible, horrible people until they were eventually overthrown. And they used their power to torture people. Life was a living misery. They would randomly kill people just to keep the populace afraid of them, like children who were massacred. Sometimes sections of the city was just destroyed. Just horrible, horrible, tyrannical rulers. And as you fall to the ground, all these things come back to you. Well, not to come back to it, but you see the vision. You see the children tortured. You see the children killed. You see the horror of the rule of the Dark Angels. And it's all too much for you. And you fall to the collapse to the ground in a catatonic state. Make sense?
Okay. Yep.
Okay, let's go back. Okay, what do you do?
Yeah, you'll just falls to the ground.
All right.
Okay.
So right now is immediately going to rush over to
See. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
to get to heal. She knows that it's probably going to be a bad idea, but her best friend, one of her close friends, is unconscious, and she's going to try to help him out. I assume I need a wisdom save.
Advantage. You're not quite in the area, so you can make a wisdom save at advantage, and you're fine.
Yep, and I'm going to drag heal back until I think that he's a little safe.
Yeah.
And can I do the same with Zastra?
Yeah. Yeah. Since you did the killing blow, I'll let you do it. So you drag Astra back to safety, and Hjol and Astra, those things that I said happened to you, fade away.
Yeah, and then
Everybody get back! Get out of here! God, fuck that!
and then
The
I'm
angels!
actually
The
going
angels!
to- no. Wrong spell. Never mind.
But I still want that money, so I'll send my mage hand out and try to just drag their, search the pocket. I don't want to bring them near me.
What happened?
I saw this horrible shit, people tortured and dead kids and dark angels. Ugh. Oh no. Yeah,
That's
don't go down that alley. Don't go in there.
You should listen to the tour guide. Where's he? Start looking.
I'm really sorry. I did warn them. Don't go in there, but they didn't believe me.
What you've seen is the history of the realm. This is what happened over 1,000 years ago. It was not fake visions that you've seen.
We probably should get out of here.
Yeah, I agree. Let's get out of here.
All right. Are you sure you're okay though? Are you okay?
Physically, yeah. I mean, we'll probably have nightmares for a while, but I think I'm good.
Aw. So we get that much money? You said?
So much was on the knolls.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Huel Mage Hand did that stuff, right? So he got it.
Sure, yours if you want it.
I'll keep it for party stuff if we need it.
Sure.
Actually, if I get shaken down, Renell, maybe you might want to hold this.
Okay.
I'm in debt, so.
Sure. I'll keep it in my stuff and and I'll add that because currently my gold total is 0.
Sing a lot, Astra.
No. That's good. It was a perception to see if I heard Hyol saying, "Hold the money, I'm in debt," stating that he wasn't going to pay back his debt. So it's good I did not hear that.
Very
Hey, Mr. Guard,
successful
what was your deal back there? You were all like, "Oh, anybody who doesn't help," and then you didn't help at all.
You spoke of the angels, so it became of you too. So you know. Don't act like an imbecile.
I actually did something of use back there, though. So I'll take that as a W.
Your friend's name was Golfa, right?
That's good. You can remember things.
Hmm. Good to know.
Yeah, and remember who saved your ass. Tough guy.
Oh, tough guy. Let's see how tough it is when Golfa comes to visit you. Where is it you're staying again?
Around.
Around. Noted.
Don't be asshole. Be respectful to people who saved your ass.
Yeah, don't worry about him, Pinky. He's just a sad bully.
He's
Has no friends.
overcompensating
Fine,
for something.
Whatever. Trying to make nice with royalty.
Hmm.
I'm
Pinky,
sure they
I've
have
heard of
nothing to
you.
do with it.
I'm sure Lord Simonder would like to know where you are.
He forgot about me a long time ago.
And
I
he's
don't
also a
think he cares.
tattletale. Look at this guy.
Knowledge is power in this city. Sooner you learn its ways, the better.
Anyway, how about
you know.
this tour? Let's not spend our time on this idiot.
Yeah, it's like he was a lot more threatening before he fell asleep
I know,
twice and he
right?
got knocked out. You know.
Yeah.
I was going to dreadfully sorry about what happened. I did warn them, but I'm sorry you had to go through that. And well, let's carry on. So remember, I mentioned the King's Games, and the final event is the Battle of the Champions. The Battle of Champions will happen down here at the Dog Pit, where usually gladiator games happens, but none will match the gladiatorial nature of the King's Games themselves. Now, we've seen royalty, we've seen violence, unfortunately. We've seen the common man living into the South District. Now, while we live in plentiful times, there are still people who fall between the cracks. And those who fall between the cracks tend to come here. And he points out this temple, the Temple of Life. He says, in the Temple of Life, as beggars make their plea, lend an ear and a heart, but money's not the key. And you see someone leave. I'll drag you across to a different map. So this is the Temple of Life. See, it's a temple to the god called the Redeemer. And as Wordsplasher lets you in, you see that there's lots of destitute people there. Probably some of them homeless, some of them no doubt from the shanties. And you see Otmar on a mail, this gentleman here, kind of giving everybody some food. You notice he's not expecting any money. And as you wander around the temple, you see there are beddings available, and some people once again down on their luck have got seemingly a free place to sleep and a free place to eat. And Otmar Onamal comes out to greet you. Greetings in the name of the Redeemer. You are most welcome to the Temple of Light. And Yol, you have taken, in your leaner times, you have taken advantage, well, you've used Otmar's services. You've slept here many nights. You've had many free meals here. When you're down on your luck, this is where people who are down on their luck comes. And no money is expected, though donations are appreciated. Oh, Yol, it is good to see you.
You too. Yeah, you've your hospitality has definitely saved me.
We get by the grace of the Redeemer. And it's nice to see you, Hjol, doing a little bit better in life. You've not visited us for some time. While I'm sad that I have not seen you, I am pleased that you've come across more fortunate circumstances.
Yeah, I've been been tough, but trying to make my way.
Yeah. Right now, is going to butt in. He's going to be a renowned musician. Just you watch.
I don't know about that.
Well,
Look, I don't have a lot of coin, but maybe you can. I'll have him hand him my bag of candy that I got. Maybe you can give these to the kids.
thank you, Hjol.
Yeah, I'll hand mine as well. By the way, I'll hand mine. So we'll both.
Okay, they start handing them out. There's lots of mothers here with young kids, both looking destitute, and the kids are absolutely ecstatic to get candy. Many claim it's the best thing they've ever had.
Do what I can do to pay back a little bit.
Are these friends of yours, Yod? He says, pointing to the rest of the party.
One or two, yeah.
Oh, we're on a tour. We're just visiting.
Oh, you're on a tour. Oh. Well, Yod, I'm not sure what you consider the strengths of these companions of yours, but despite the abundance blessings we get from the Redeemer, we have a problem, and I was hoping you and these people could help me with it.
What's up?
There's no easy way to put this, but several members of our community, and they eat here and they sleep here, on 3 occasions in the last week or so, 3 of them started growing long hair on their back, and then they turned a bright shade of pink, and then a snout formed at their face, and they fell down onto all fours, and they turned into literal pigs. A horrible fate for sure, and quite frankly, Hjol, I'm afraid that something like this is going to happen before. It's not going to happen again. So if you and your friends could help me find out what's happening at the bottom of this, it'd be very much appreciated.
Well, I mean, that sounds pretty weird. I mean, yeah, well, I'll do what I can to help. Is there any, did they all have anything in common?
Or from the shanties. I mean, that's what we do, right? We take care of the destitute. So apart from that commonality, I don't know.
And so they turn into pigs, and then what?
He takes you to a makeshift pen outside, and you see 3 pigs. Just, I mean, they don't look like humans trying to do pig things. They just do like pig things, like they stick their snout in the mud and they poop just where they happen to be. They're acting like pigs.
That's. Would we have heard of anything like this?
A history check, yo.
Not my strong suit.
Nice.
Not bad though.
No, I've never heard of anything like this. So while you're always having this conversation, what are the rest of you doing? What's Pinky doing? We'll start with Pinky.
Pinky just listening. He's very perplexed with people turning into pigs.
Sure.
So he's just staring at them with big eyes, like what? Eyes wide open. is trying to spot like if there's non-pig activity happening, but he cannot find
Sure.
anything.
Extra?
Pondering to himself, if this is a possible plague that could go out of control on the city, and should he take action, or is this something that it's just the shanties related, and since the shanties is shunned from the city, he shouldn't care about?
Oh, yeah, your jurisdiction definitely. No one cares about the shanties. No one cares. Renell?
Yeah. So I'm taking Heel's lead on this. So it looks like he wants to help, and so I'm game. But she doesn't really have any experience with pig transforming magic or anything like that. So she's kind of lost.
Sure. And Vadan.
Vidania is currently standing over by the fountain. She's reaching into her coin pouch to toss in 1 silver coin, but she's just been kind of overhearing the conversations that she's kind of close by. But she'll kind of like walk over with her hands on her hips and go, so is there any leads where we can go to find out more about where this is happening?
There are some possible. I mean, the fact is that these people attended the temple. As far as we can tell, it hasn't happened to any other temples, so it seems specific to this one. The victims all come from the shanties. None of them are related, but they all knew each other. As I said, they come here for free meals, free accommodation, and everybody knows what's happening to people here, that they're turning into pigs. But yet still the poor, the destitute come. Maybe cursed versus a full stomach. It's an easy decision. But the temple is yours if you wish to look around.
So it's
Guys are called in.
yeah. I was going to think about would there be any benefit to anybody for discrediting the temple if people stop coming here? Is that who would benefit from that?
A lot of wealth funding comes from the noble houses. Consider their act of charity. Some noble houses do not like it. They think we should be closed down. The Gorso family in years past, before they vacated to their own city, they were against us. And the Domoran families have never given us a copper piece.
Alright. Well, I definitely would like to, the tour is still ongoing, right? So we can't stay for too long, but...
Wordsplasher. Well, this is actually the end of the tour. This is our final destination.
Oh, okay. Then, do you want to look around here? See if there's anything we can check out? Or,
Yeah, I wanted to ask,
Vidania?
did they leave any belongings that might indicate somewhere they've been?
Strangely enough, the clothes that they were wearing became part of the pig. So, to answer your question, no.
Okay.
Vidania will kind of look to him and go, so what were they doing just before they were turning into pigs?
The only thing anybody does here, they sleep and they eat. I mean, I'll cook. I mean, the donations that we get from the noble houses only go so far. So the cook tends to cook a lot of stews, trying to make lean, fatty cuts of meat, go that extra mile. So people sleep, eat, bit of a community hub as well. Doing one of those things.
Vidania will look to the rest of the party and go, we do have a little girl we should be looking for, but I think it'd be wise to maybe possibly talk to this cook.
Yeah, For sure.
The
The little girl.
girl,
is-
yeah, we need. That's something we can head out for in the morning. But yeah, if you think that's a good idea,
Yeah, and thank you for volunteering. Yeah, so may we talk to your cook, please?
Sure. He's up here in the kitchen over here. And if you go over to the kitchen, you see a 60-year-old-ish man. And Otmar Onamail, the priest here, says, well, this is old Trombold. He's been cooking for us for a number of years. And old Trombold says, look, if you're here to complain about the cooking, I make do what I can. Flavors stretch as far as that I could. So you're here to complain about the cooking, please. Please don't.
oh no, I wouldn't. I've actually cooking has helped hold me over many a time, so I appreciate it. We're actually trying to follow up any leads about these people who have turned into pigs.
Dreadful situation. Dreadful situation. I mean, I don't know, but they keep coming despite the risks, so I honestly don't know what to do.
May I insight that to see if
I wanted to
he
as
seems
well.
fishy?
The old insight check, sure. Ooh. Renal, in your opinion, old Trombold is hiding something. He is, yeah, he's hiding something.
Alright. Come on, mister. That can't be it. This is like, it seems like you know something that, you're not telling us. Please. We're not affiliated with the Templar at all. It's, just tell us what you know.
Yeah, look, we're not here to try to get anybody in trouble, but if this is something that gets out of control, this could be a huge problem for everyone here, including you. So anything you know would be really helpful to us.
Try my best. With you try and make a side of ham feed 100, 200 people at a time. I do my best. All right? That's all anybody can ask anybody to do. I do my best to serve the people. I do this on a volunteer basis. And if you excuse me, I'm going to get back to my cooking.
And you gotta block him a little bit. That's please. We just need to know what's going on.
We're not trying to accuse you. I'm just asking, is there any like maybe questionable food that's been sent your way, or anything like that?
Oh, this is where it started, right? I said you're going to complain about the food when I talked to you, and now you're complaining about the food straight away. My food is
I was just asking a
fantastic.
question.
I will not have it impeached. Upon my honor.
Please, sir. We just want to solve this.
Nothing to do
Like,
with it.
Whatever it is you're hiding, and I know you're hiding something.
No.
I would rather we discuss it amongst ourselves instead of, or else I might have to bring in like Trigger Happy Guard over there, and I'm just gonna point to Astra, who's like outside the building. You've seen how he is. He's the worst. He's the worst, literally the worst. So if we can resolve it here amongst us, that's gonna be so much better.
Think the result.
Also, if you can help us, you would be known as the person who helped us end this plague, whatever it is. Again, I'm not accusing you of anything directly. I don't think your intentions are bad, but you know, anything we can glean.
Yeah, we just want to help people, sir.
What do you think I'm doing? I cook on a voluntarily basis. Though I would say I saw old Jimmy in here the other day. And I said, what are you doing in here, old Jimmy? And he rushed away.
Who's old Jimmy?
Old Jimmy, huh?
You'd know old Jimmy.
I know old Jimmy.
This is old Jimmy here.
Yeah. Malcolm, does that sound like what he was hiding? or is he like
So
sort of
with a
like
natural
deflecting?
23, you know he's deflecting. He's looking to blame somebody else.
Yeah, come on, sir. We just come on. Just tell the truth. It's like I'm not going to do anything to you. We just want to make sure that whatever happened to those three doesn't happen again.
Not want that either, but I'm an open book. I've told you everything I know.
That's not true.
Start accusing me. You need evidence, and you have none. You have hunch. I'm sure your guard friend over there says hunch is not sufficient to establish guilt. Danya walks in.
Well, hunch is enough to hold you for 72 hours for questioning.
Like you were typing
See
something.
what we have to
Danya.
do?
Oh, I was just gonna say that she was gonna walk into the kitchen and have a snoop around.
Make an investigation check for Danya. He says to Astra, look, I know my rights. I know that. I suspect you, Astra, of being behind this whole conspiracy. And on my hunch, I need you to arrest yourself.
Are you trying to give a guard orders?
Using your own logic against you. A hunch is not any court of law. Any red cloak would agree with me that's not enough to establish guilt. But Danya, as you start going and investigating through there, it takes you a while, but eventually you, on a hunch, you start pouring out the stew into bowls just to see if there's anything in the stew. And it all looks normal until the stew settles in the bowl. And there's a thin film of almost blackish oil, but it's almost like an transparent. It's not easy to spot it the first time, but there's something black and oily in there.
All right. So outside a game, Vidania has a poison kit. I'm guessing it would have vials and stuff. Is it possible for me to put some of that stuff into a vial?
Sure. And analyze it?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess make a poisonous kit check. I'm not sure how to do that in the new rules.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it on D&D Beyond.
All right. Why don't you just roll a d20 and we'll see if it's anywhere close. Then we'll work out the exact rule. D20.
Yeah, so Poisoner's Kit, the ability modifier for it is intelligence, and then if you're proficient, you add proficiency.
She is proficient in it, but and she also has it.
Okay, so that would be a +2, and then your int is like a +1, +0.
It's a 0 for int.
Yeah, so that'd be +2, so it's 20.
20. So you start pouring various acids and alkalis and reagents into it, and you're not entirely sure what it is, but you know that this particular type of poison has polymorphing effects. And you put 2 and 2 together, Vidania, which I imagine Chris has done as well, and you realize that if you drink this, there's a significant chance you'll be transformed into an animal, something like a pig.
All right. Well, is Vidania going to show that to the party?
She's actually going to start coming out holding the vial, and she's going to march up to the man and unsheath her dagger, and she's going to quickly flip it out and kind of bring it up to the man's throat, and she's going to bring up the vial and go, Are you going to talk, or would you like to drink this?
That instantly will trigger Astra. Now wait. Dagger down. You are committing assault on somebody. We are doing an investigation, or you all are doing an investigation. Finding evidence does not give somebody, not of the guards or the crown or the red clothes, a reason to do assault. Release your dagger, or you will be jailed.
Vidania will kind of like glance back at Astra and go, I have not touched him. I am only threatening.
So you're committing battery.
Astra, the tour is over. What are you doing here?
Well, you all seem like an unruly group, so I need to keep tabs on you. This is my
So
city, after all.
Instead of helping investigation, when people turn into pigs, you just obstructing it.
Yeah.
That's
Sorry,
too much
but
for.
I
So
don't
right
care
now
about the
it's like-
slime.
Yeah, then just yeah. So right now it's going to be like, come on, you can see that we found what you did. Just tell us who did it, why'd you do it, and we can be on our way.
Old Trumbold falls to his knees and starts weeping. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I wanted it to come to this. I was just doing some experiments and things got out of hand. I'm sorry. Yes, that stuff will turn people into pigs, and I thought it would be temporary, but it's permanent. I'm so sorry.
How do we fix it?
I don't
See there, you
know.
got your confession, asshole.
That's fine. I have a confection. Vadania, I agree. You may finish out the sentence. Plunge your dagger into his throat.
I stop. And someone enters the premises. Obviously, somebody has alerted. So those who are local to this area will know that this is a red cloak. Now, a red cloak, there's about 50 of them around the city, and the red cloaks are considered both elite policemen and judges. They can pass sentences themselves. It doesn't know to be a court of law. So they train for like 10, 15 years, know the law backwards, and their word is the law. And so this guy, look, I'm Nathal Wester from the Red Cloaks. And I don't know who you are, Astra. Well, actually, I do know who you are. You have no authority to pass sentence. That is strictly the purview of the Red Cloaks. So I suggest you shut
Hey,
your trap.
just so you know, that guy's been throwing his weight around for the last 5 or 6 hours, threatening people left and right. I'm going to take you in. I'm going to take you in. Anytime somebody says something he doesn't like. And he totally flubbed the fight in the alley, too, so...
Yeah, my uncle just offered him a glass of water, and he was like, so...
Studied the law, as you know. I know this law backwards. And trust me, I've tried to do this, but being an arsehole, unfortunately, is not a crime. I wish it was, but that is not the case.
All right. Well, so Rhinel's going to just like explain the whole turning pigs potion thing to him, because she trusts the cops.
Well, old Trumbold, what do you have to say for yourself in your defense? I never meant to go this far, Mr. Redcloak. I thought it would be funny and they'd turn into pigs for like an hour or so, but it's been days. I threw myself upon your mercy. Throwing yourself upon my mercy is perhaps the most pathetic thing you could have done. The law is the law is the law. While we might be able to get some clerics to help reversing the process, regardless, you have wrecked the lives of 3 people. For each charge, I sentence you to 20 years of hard labor. So the total sentence is sentencing to 60 years in the Soulbar's penitentiary. And I'll just show you where that is. And you know, old Trombone is about 60-year-old himself. He is not going to survive this sentence. But the Soulbar's penitentiary, kind of half a mine, half a jail, is this one over here. That's the hard labor he's referring to. So work in the quarry and break stones into smaller stones. So that is my judgment. So I, Nathal Wester of the Red Cloak Red Cloak Lawgivers, pronounce my sentence. By the dictates of the law and the evidence presented by these people, I find old Trombold guilty of assault by magic, and I sentence him to 60 years imprisonment in the Sorbaz quarry. This is a sentence, and it shall be carried out. And he promptly calls some guards, not your old mate Astra, but some guards, and they go him away. And he goes away peacefully, and he's just weeping bitterly as he goes.
Don't do the crime if you can't do the time.
Yeah. Look around, you'll eventually find out.
Well,
Otmer, I think we resolved the, well, hopefully those people will be themselves eventually, but yeah, it was your cook.
guess we're looking for another cook then, but thank you for getting to the bottom of it. I truly appreciate it. The blessings of the Redeemer be upon me.
I'll toss him a silver piece.
Thank you. Donations are always appreciated. And, Nethel Wester, this Red Cloak lawgiver, say it right one day, comes up to Vidania. And he says, Vidania, seems you discovered the critical piece of information that led to this man's arrest. Well, first of all, well done.
She'll give a small nod, but she'll keep her cloak hood on over her head and her mask up. It was no trouble at all. I'm pretty familiar when it comes to poisons and some chemicals.
Well, we did a good thing here. You haven't asked, or yet asked for a reward, and who would with such a noble establishment as this Temple of Life? Are you an investigator of some sort? Do you have experience policing? Because you cracked the case pretty quickly.
She'll shake her head. I'm new to this region. I guess you can consider me an investigator. I like to get into the mindset of what the killer or the motivator of who did wrong is trying to think about, like trying to get into their mindset, I should say.
You're an interesting, albeit mysterious figure, Vidania, I believe your name was. I might have some work for you, Vidania. Someone who has a good eye for things. So when you have a moment, come visit me at the halls of the lawgiver, and I might have some tasks for you to perform for me. If you're willing to, of course. And yes, there will be compensation accordingly paid.
She'll give a small nod, but she'll like gesture to the kitchen and go, I was going to actually dispatch of this food, so there's no more issues, but is there a reward for this case?
Make a persuasion check. We do offer rewards for certain tasks. It would seem we did have help the temple. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll talk to the powers that be, the people who pay my wages, and we'll arrange some payments to be made to the house, this house of healing.
She'll give a small nod, and then she'll kind of like gesture towards the door and kind of like gesturing to where her the rest of the party went and go, well, if you wouldn't mind also possibly paying for at least one night of stay for my group, since they did help to investigate this matter, I feel that's worth the cause as well.
Night stay where? I mean, you're more than welcome to stay here. Bidding is free here.
I think we could have some better beds than here. Obviously, there is a lot of people that are here. There shouldn't be a need for us to take up more space than what these people need.
You've twisted my arm. Horatio Tane is an old friend of mine. I'll pass message along that the, shall we say, the city will cover your night's accommodation.
I'll give a small nod, and she will kind of like extend out her hand slowly, but she'll offer a handshake.
Returns a firm handshake.
Well, it sounds like we have everything, we have an accord then, and I shall definitely seek you out then.
All right. I look forward to us meeting again in the near future. And with that, Nathal Wester continues to help the other guards process old Trombold for his crimes and start all the due paperwork and everything like that. It's a pretty serious thing what he did.
Yeah. So once Vidania negotiates that Tame is going to be paid to house the rest of the party, she's going to be like, yes, score.
Take a free night.
But while Vidania's like dumping the food where she can, I want her to also use another vial to take up some more of that black kind of like liquid, just to see if she can obtain some more of it.
Make another poisonous hit check.
So that'd be a 4.
4. I'll tell you what. You get one vial, if you want to note it down somewhere. It's a vial of porcine morphosis. Vial. Yeah, one vial of porcine morphosis. Now you would notice that everybody in here drank this poison brew, and only some of them turned into pigs. So it's not a guaranteed thing that if you feed someone this, it will turn them into a pig. But here we go.
Of course. Okay, so is this also including the stuff that she took already to show to the cook, or is this like a full vial now?
It's a full vial. You have one full vial of the porcine morphosis potion.
Gotcha. Okay. That works then. She will, after dumping the food and obtaining that, she will meet with the rest of the group then, and she'll give them the news about their free night stay.
Yeah. By the way, Malcolm, like, Renelle isn't happy that she got free digs. She's happy that we got the, like, her uncle gets cash from the city to house these people.
There we go.
Yeah, like, free business.
Sure, but well, ultimately, Ricio Tane's going to get paid, right? So However you look at it,
Yeah,
it's good for your uncle. Wordsplasher says, well, that concludes our tour of the city. I know some of you provided commentary, and he tosses Ronell, Joel, and Pinky a gold piece for helping out.
Sweet.
Thanks, guy.
Thank you.
All right, well, if you ever need any of my services, any historical references, I'm quite the encyclopedia. Look for me at Totally Local. And with that, Wordsplasher gives an extravagant bow and heads on off.
Good investigating back there. You cracked the case.
Nadia will kind of give like a small little shrug and go, well, you guys definitely played a big part in this, and I do appreciate the help.
So you're the one who cracked the case. We just talked. We were just talking.
She'll kind of like give another shrug and go, sometimes the best investigating is talking and seeing if that person's lying or not.
Yeah, unless I'm just trying to stall it. Glance
All
at
right. So, Lady V, you're coming with us to the village tomorrow to find that child.
Have nothing else planned, but I'd be happy to get this little girl back home.
Sweet. Thank you. Really
We also have
appreciate
the pregame tonight.
Yeah, I believe we have to be there by dawn. I mean, by sunset.
It's almost sunset.
Yeah. So, is there enough time to do a short rest?
Yeah. Well, say you go back to the Lucky Leap Tavern. Ricio Tane's nice enough to give you some drinks. And he's quite generous with the drinks because he knows he's going to be writing a receipt and issuing it to Ricio Tane. To Nathal Wester to get the receipt. So he's quite generous with the drinks and the food. And yes, you may get a short rest. And while you're short resting... Well,
I'm just going to give Vidania and... actually, I'll give Hyol and Pinky heroic inspiration using the musician feat
Oh, thank you.
with encouraging song.
Sick.
oh yes, heroic inspiration, yes.
Yeah.
I hardly
So
ever
we-
use DM inspiration, so heroic inspiration, excellent.
Yeah.
As you-
So the change with inspiration is instead of just giving you advantage, it gives you a reroll. It's
Okay.
basically what Lucky used to be.
Nice.
Is there the difference between heroic and bardic?
Bardic is just you add a d6 to
Oh.
if you fail. So you
And
can
heroic is-
use both if you have them, I guess.
Well, I assume bardic expires, right? After a while.
Yeah, it'll only lasts an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry,
Sure.
Malcolm.
That's right.
Keep-
Well, you trust me, you do want to know what I want to say, because as you take your short rest, you reflect upon defeating Noel's cracking case, having stuff come up. You may advance to level 2.
Ooh,
Oh.
nice. Wait, can we
So-
advance now?
Well, you just roll your dice and do whatever you like. Level 2.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I will. I will take my reroll. Let's hope it's not a 1. Again.
It's a house rule, Chris. If you roll a 1 on your hit dice roll, you can roll again. But if you roll a 1 for a second time, too bad.
Nice.
And you can take the average as well, of course, if you want, Chris. It's your choice entirely.
I always get confused how to manage hit points, so I'll just go with averages.
You just add. Yeah, you just add the number you rolled to it.
So you... I always get confused by the thing.
Well, do you want to roll for it, and I can just work it through with you? It's up to you.
I'll just do the heat dice thing.
The
I
average
think
one?
it automatically. Yeah, I think it added like what?
Sure.
Oh wow.
10?
So with the new warlock, once you hit level 2, you can take 2 more invocations, and one of them straight up say you receive knowledge from the multiverse, allowing you to gain 1 origin feat. So warlocks can gain a feat at level 2.
Yeah, it's just an origin feat, though. It's not like a
Yeah,
set.
it's one of the basic ones. Yeah, but that's still interesting.
Oh, yeah,
Some of the
for sure.
heroic feats are pretty sick, but yeah, origin feats. It's cool.
I don't think I'm gonna take that, but that's just good to know.
You multi-classed into Monk Vidania, I see.
Yep.
Everyone else is just the same.
No silvery barbs. Right.
They do not exist in this system.
Yeah, there are no barbs in this world.
Though I noticed the I guess they did change the monk around. They don't have like a dedicated weapon that you can use for like monk training.
No, it's all simple weapons. All simple weapons are monk weapons.
It's all simple weapons or weapons that you have proficiency in.
Yeah.
But it doesn't state that in like kind of like the features or traits, because that's the whole reason why I went cleric, is because I can use martial weapons.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that works. Yeah, I like it. I also noticed that monks can it's a bonus action or once per round or something for your stunning strike, so you can only do it once. You can't like do flurry of
Yeah.
blows and punch people repeatedly and get a stunning strike in each one.
Yeah, of
But-
course.
But now you don't have to attack to do a bonus action unarmed strike. You can use straight bonus action unarmed strike. So you could like cast a spell and then bonus action unarmed strike or flurry of blows.
Yeah, you also
don't
get
have to do
the
attack.
bonus action dash and disengage for free. There's a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, no, I definitely like how they changed it around.
Seems overall though the classes are more powerful than they are in 5e.
Except
Um,
for Paladin. Paladin got that big nerf where you can only smite once and it's a bonus action.
Casters, other than sorcerer, are kind of like side grade. Like wizards didn't get changed at all, basically.
Sorcerers got their cool like Super Saiyan form once every 1 minute.
Bards,
Advantage all their spells and
If nothing
Yeah,
else,
bards are
healing is
kind
a
of
big
a
buff
side
to everyone.
it's all different. It's all different.
So how much
5e people definitely got buffs.
hit points a fighter supposed to be getting as a base?
It's a D10, so you get a 6 plus con.
D10 plus whatever your con is, yeah.
Yeah, so if you're taking the average, that's 6 plus con.
6. Okay, makes
Plus
sense.
con.
Okay.
Plus con. Don't forget to add your con.
Yeah, that's what I did. I just wanted to make sure it worked.
You guys no longer level 1 paper bags. Like a poor old Astra, right? Got knocked out by a knoll in one hit. So, you enjoy a nice plastic bags now, the upgrade. So, you rest up at the Lucky Leap Tavern with Ricio Tane giving you drink and food because he knows the city's paying the bill. And you're heading over to the pre-world. I'm experimenting with this new technique of DMing, calling shut the hell up. So I'm going to say you're in the ball, you're in the Lucky Leap Tavern, and I'm going to say nothing more.
Okay. Is it time for us to go to the party?
Dusk has fallen, so yes.
Alright. Then I think we should go and go.
Alright, let's go.
Yeah. See you, Uncle. We'll be back.
See you. Oh, I know you'll be back. And as you leave, you re-enter the streets of Odin beer. And you make your way across Grand Courier's chain through the Sword District. Oh no, it probably makes sense to go the other way. Around this way. And whose Nectar Winery is number 3? So you stand outside Who's Nectar Winery, you see lots of beautiful, very expensive wine. If you know wine, you know this is expensive wine. But you know they're almost catering to the tourists and the merchants who travel through here. They're in a prime position as people usually enter through the Crown Gate. And you look inside the Who's Nectar Winery and you see a stuffy old man with glasses. His hair is slicked back. He's got almost like a widow's peak there, and he's dressed very formally.
Hello. I over here is entertainment and other functions.
For the Dummer Ball, indeed. And let's just go through the entertainment. You're Hjol, Rabbit Folk, I believe, yes? And Pinky?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you match the security and...
Yep.
Renal, yes, and...
Hi.
Hi. And sorry, Vidania, were you coming to this? You can just come as a guest if you wanted to.
Well, if the group is going, she'll probably follow along, yeah.
Yeah. Well, if nothing else, Renell will drag Lady B around. It's like, hey, come on, it's a party. Let's have fun.
What about Astra?
So Astra has so-so knowledge of the Domlin brothers and their parties. Would he know what type of party this is?
History check.
Okay.
Yep.
So he'll come along, but he will stand outside guard, making sure, basically trying to use his bad cop routine to check invitations to make sure people have actually been invited.
Not actually going to the party, just keeping an eye on things outside the party.
Mhm. Yes.
Alright, you seem to have passed the guest list. And he opens a cellar door, and you descend, and he leads you down to it's kind of a secondary level, and there's like a coat check person there. He says, alright, I'll leave you in the capable hands of the doorman here. I have other tasks to attend to. And you see this dwarven fellow, similarly dressed to the nines, hair slicked back. He says, all right, welcome to the ball. I assume the Domerant brothers told you what type of ball this is? Okay, please deposit your clothes here and proceed forthwith. Sorry, was there some type of misunderstanding? Let me state it again. Please take off your clothes. I will take good care of them and proceed to the ball.
I'm a guard. Why do I need to take my clothes off?
Because it's that type of party. You may keep your weapons, but this is not a clothing optional party. It's a no clothing party.
Well, you know what? It's hot in here. I'll just strip down. I'll keep my coin purse and my instruments, though.
Oh, of course. And you
My
go,
crossbow.
please.
How do you want me to guard without armor? If there's a problem.
Well, put it this way. No one else will be wearing armor anyway.
Bad guys always have armor.
Not in this place.
What if you let this guy just keep, like, his important bits protected and everything else can just kind of hang out?
Well, you see, the important bits are what make this party so fun.
That was not mentioned when you said 4 gold.
I'm not sure what to tell you. It's that type of party. And you stop for
What's
pause.
going on? Sorry, what's going on?
You have to get
party,
naked.
You have to get naked to enter the party.
Oh,
Joel's already done it.
yeah, sure. Why not?
Oh, there we go. Renell's into it as well. And you proceed down, and I'll explain it once everybody's gone who's going down. Look, if you don't want the money, just turn around and go home. But this is not really an optional question. It's a requirement of entry.
I can keep the weapons.
You can keep the weapons, but not your clothes.
So Pinky will take his clothes off, but he will hold Maul right in front of him, covering, trying to cover. But the heavy part down, basically, just holding like that.
No, don't swing it absentmindedly. That'd be a nasty injury.
Watch where you point that thing.
Well, it's a Maul, it's not the axe, so.
I mean, if it swings like a pendulum
Well,
and
yeah.
it comes back, right? That's bad news.
It's it's honestly kind of freeing.
Vadanya, what do you do?
He is actually going to take a step back and go, I'll wait for you guys outside. I'll let you guys have your fun in there. And with that, she'll like back up because she's not willing to disrobe.
Sure, fair enough. So,
The funny thing is, Pinky now is pink.
a shade of grey to a shade of pink, I love it.
Yeah.
So, Hyo, Raymond, and not Raymond. Raymond, I assume Raymond's not doing this. Renell might be doing this, but probably not Raymond. Shold, Renell, and Pinky go down. And everybody's naked. Some people are just talking and drinking like as if it was a normal party. But there's also people engaging in carnal acts. I don't want to describe it too much because maybe I'm a bit of a prude myself, but it's debauchery at its finest. People are drinking. You see there's lots of food around and people are like eating with their hands. It's quite debaucherous, if that's the word. And the Domorin brothers that invited you, he comes up and says, "Oh, such a pleasure to have you here. Come here. It's so nice to have you." And he goes to give Pinky a big hug. Big, sweaty, naked hug.
Pinky tries to still hold the Maul how he was, but he also tries to widen his arms as much as possible so he cannot give him like a tight hug.
Very, very awkward hug.
Yeah.
And he bends down and looks Yold in the eye. Nice to have you here. Can I get a hug from you as well? And he goes in for a hug.
Yeah, sure. Thanks for having me.
Okay, his
Nice to see
sweaty-
everybody's on the same page in here.
Indeed, and his big, sweaty, blubbery hands almost completely engulf you with his blubbery arms. And finally, Renell. So nice to have you along, my dear. Once again, goes in for a hug.
Before he even attempts to do a hug thing, she's actually going to like hold out her hand to to be kissed instead.
You avoid the sweaty embrace of the hug. And, a polite handshake. Well, please please play your music. And Pinky, please remain on guard. And we'll get to this in more detail if it's appropriate a little bit later. But, Pinky, can you make me an intimidation check, please? This is just for how you go about guarding it. This is going to be based on how much money you get paid. You get paid 10 gold. You do a very good job of gardening. So, guarding.
Tips.
Actually, we'll add 1 gold on to whatever you get. So you get 11 gold with the tips. You get a 10%. And Hyol and Renell, performance checks, please.
So I will give her bardic inspiration by just kind of playing like a backup beat to whatever she's playing.
Sure.
And I'll use my second luck point for mine.
Oh, sorry, that's perception. This is performance. There you go. Bam. And then D6.
Well, you
So
can roll
Barney-
it. You can roll it if you like, but you get the full 55 gold pieces, including the tips. And Yol, you get 44 gold pieces. You both do an excellent job. Alright, so Yol and Renal, there's a little stage set up and you play it. And you've done gigs like this before. And what usually happens, you get one or two people looking at you, the rest of you just treating you as backup sounds, not paying you any attention at all. But Renal, with the beautiful melodies you're playing with the backups of Hyol, is just amazing. And the debauchery stops for a few minutes as people take in your wonderful tunes. So Renal, Hyol, what type of tunes are you playing?
Probably just like super jaunty, like happy tunes.
Awesome. Awesome.
Well, those are lull in that, like, whenever there's like a little break between like songs, I want to just be like to recommend everybody. You are all very sweet people. If you like sweets, please check out the Halfling's Treasure. Best confectionaries in the city.
Some of them go, "Hey, the halflings, hey!" It's a rousy cheer. Nice pushing nice people to not nice people, by the way. That's pretty cool. Pinky. A rather rotund gentleman and a much smaller gentleman. So they come up to you and say, "Oh, you're the guard, right?"
Yes.
Oh, we've been invited by a lady who, shall we say, likes to tie people up. And there's a safe word given, but we're not entirely sure that she'll respect our safe word. So we're going to need you to come and observe and intervene if we say the safe word and nothing else happens. Thank you, come with us. And they grab your hand and attempt to pull you with them.
I look back at my party. I assume they're still performing at that time.
Yep.
So I kind of feel obligated that I need to follow since they can get in trouble. So when I get in the room, I will turn away. What's a word? I'll keep you privacy until I hear the word.
Which is the king's family name. So,
is that appropriate?
I won't go into detail, but let's just say it's fairly deranged. At some point, the two gentlemen have had enough, and they say Azanar, and they stop, and they leave. And I guess the mistress was saying, "Well, that was good. Do you like to watch?"
No. I'm just protecting that nothing bad happens here.
Would you like something bad to happen?
I am here to prevent bad things happening, so no.
Oh, I'm just teasing you, darling. Good job.
Thank you. You have a good day.
Pinky's even more pink.
Oh yeah. He's like
He's ready now.
he's glowing now. Like
Okay, the night continues. Now, once again, I don't want to get into details, but I'm just going to say that Ronald, Hyol, and Pinky are all propositioned by people to partake in carnal pleasures in some of the private bedchambers down here. Do any of you participate?
Renelle is a definite no. She is, even though there are no clothes, she is a professional, and she is going to stay here to do the job. And once the job is done, she's going home.
Yeah, same. I'm just working, but I'm definitely watching.
Finally, Pinky.
Pinky is hard no. He's very outside of his comfort zone there. He just needed money, but he doesn't need money as bad.
Yeah, Renelle's been blushing all throughout. this whole, and just keeping it together from like professionalism. Like being naked is one thing, but all this shenanigans is a little too much.
I've run this particular encounter with other groups, and let's just say some of them embrace the debauchery.
I'm sure.
Eventually, the night winds up. The Domoran brothers comes up and says, thank you, good job, and to be rude of a host is thoroughly drunk at this time. Be rude as my host if I didn't offer you, shall we say, rendezvous in the bedroom. It would be my honor.
No, thank you. I think I'm good. Appreciate you.
You understand saying no to a noble is considered very, very disrespectful.
So, when she starts doing that, I am going to... I am going to use the metamagic subtle. I'm going to spend a sorcery point and cast sleep on him with no visible casting of it or at all.
So, he's a noble. He's got 4 hit points. And what's sleep? 3d8, is it?
No, it's a save now.
Oh, it's a
So
save.
it's a wisdom save. Yeah, it's a wisdom save to be incapacitated, and then they get a second save if they get a second, and if they fail that, it's unconscious.
Well, the
It's
more you know.
different.
The guy says, alright, let's go to the bench. Consider disrespectful, and if you don't do this, I'm gonna... And his hefty, morbidly obese form falls to the ground and he starts snoring loudly. And people around him just laugh, because they know this is what drunk people do, right? Sometimes they just pass out, so they assume that's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what makes subtle amazing.
Nice.
Punk's gonna handle their
I
liquor.
think
Oh yeah,
the host is pretty passed
yeah.
out.
So I'm
Maybe
just
we
going to call out to the rest of the crowd. It's been nice performing with you guys, but it looks like the host is a little tuckered out. So I think we're gonna head on out. It was really nice performing with you, and nice to see you. Okay. And then she's just gonna come on, Neil. Let's skedaddle.
Don't forget to tip the bartenders.
Yeah. And thank you for the generosity. It's been great. And if you want more songs, just head for the Lucky Leap Tavern. We performed anyway, have a nice day. Have a nice night. Bye bye. And then we just shuffle out, I guess.
Right, so you leave the establishment, you retrieve your clothes, and in the meantime, what's Astra and Vidania doing?
Well, I'll let Astra go. Go ahead.
No. You first.
I was curious, outside a game, how far is it from this location to where that red cloaked individual was?
Where he asked you to meet you?
Yeah.
It's down here. It's 63 House of the Soldier.
Gotcha. Okay.
Now, one thing I should note is I should really fix this, but you know the measuring tool, it doesn't work. Like the city is about 100 feet wide, but if you look at the bottom of the map, there's a scale there, which is more accurate. I should really update the scale of the map, but the developers missed that.
It's a Yol-sized city.
There we go. So that's where he is. So.
All right. Gotcha. I'll see. And then where were we staying at? Were we staying at two or what? Oh, 44. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I'll actually have her go to the House of the Soldier, and then she'll head back to the tavern and meet up with the rest of the group.
And
Yep, that's true.
if possibly, since I think Vandanya is still kind of new to the city, Astra will give you directions to go there before you head off.
She'll look to Astra and go, no catch or anything. I mean, obviously, I felt like I ruffled your feathers earlier, but we're good now.
Oh, you did not ruffle my feathers earlier. I just could not allow such rash actions to be done without permission. I respect your actions, just could not let all the common folk think they could take matters into their own hands.
She'll have a little smirk under her, like her mask, and she'll give a small shrug and go, "Well, I don't really ask for permission for anything, but I wasn't looking to kill the man. I felt like someone else judging him and him being sentenced was better than just death."
Oh, Mr. Wester always likes to get into my affairs. He thinks he runs this city with his red cloaks.
She'll kind of like tilt her head and go, "Well, don't the red cloaks run the city, though?"
You would think that, but it's actually the royal family that runs this city. They are above the red cloaks.
But the red cloaks are above you, aren't they?
Complicated. I don't want to get into it now. At one point, no. Right now, maybe.
She'll give like a small little laugh and just shake her head and go, "Well, it's good to know that we have someone that's on the inside that can at least let us know about these laws and everything." And she'll kind of like give like a little 2-finger salute to Astra, and she'll make her way over to the House of the Soldier.
Sure. Astra, what do you do with the evening?
Try to shake down anybody that attempts to get in the party without an invitation.
Okay. Tell you what. Roll me a d20. We'll just keep this a little bit simple. Roll a d20. That's how much gold you managed to shake down from people.
Alright, let's see this. Oh, I hate this. It's a 1.
Okay. Now, just before we get to Vidania and her meeting with Nethel Wester, Golfer is waiting outside the Hills Nectar Winery. And says,
so that's specifically why I asked Renell to hold on to some of my gold for me.
"Give me what you got."
Yeah, I'll cough up. So I'll give him 39 gold.
A deception roll with advantage, because that's quite a big chunk of what you actually made. Pockets it, puts it in his pocket and says, "Keep up the good work." And he wanders away with the coins jingling in his pocket. Right. And I assume you head back to the Lucky Leap Tavern, but in the meantime, Vidania, you head over to the House of the Soldier. You inquire about Nathal Wester, and Nathal Wester actually comes out as you're making inquiries. He says, Vidania, I believe. Come inside, let's talk.
She'll nod and follow after him.
So he brings you to the second floor of the House of the Soldier, where there's lots of other red cloaks and city officials, and he says, we have a friend who puts this, he calls it coffee together, tends to keep us awake. Tastes like absolute shit, but you're welcome to a cup if you want one.
She'll shake her head no. I'm okay. Besides, I do plan to rest eventually, and I don't need coffee to keep me up.
Your wisdom knows no bound. Good eye for a crime scene, and good to keep alert. But you know, this job tends to be turned into a 24-hour a day job. The old cliche that crime never sleeps is true as ever.
Well, with a city this big, obviously there's always going to be something going on around here.
Of course. It brings me to why I invited you here. You did such a good job at the Temple of Life, helped out Ottomer on a mail, and I notice I've received a rather large bill from Riccio Tane, but I shouldn't be surprised. He's a clever operator. But there is a dwarf gentleman. His name is Drex Tightlips. Now, he's a fisherman by trade. But recently, he frequents the Cheeky Mermaid Inn, and where a lot of the fishermen come after a hard day's work. The curious thing about Drex Tightlips is he says he's been working on something big, something that's going to make him more money, that's going to possibly last in my lifetime. This is just what I've heard. Ever since Drax has been making these boasts, he's disappeared. No one knows where he is. So what I'd like you to do, when you get a moment, is try and get to the bottom of what happened to Drax Tightlips. As I said, he thought he was working on something big, but he's not sure. We're not sure what that big means. And his house. Oh, that's a terrible circle. But his house is right here.
Okay. He will kind of like nod and listen to him, and then she'll bring up her hands and kind of like almost clasp them together, extending her pointer fingers to her chin, or where it should be under her over her mask, and she'll go, "So, what is it that I am to you now?"
An asset.
So, seeing that you are a red cloak and you have your own obligations and duties, shouldn't I have a sigil or something to show that I am working as an ally to the red coats or the red cloaks?
The redcoats.
Give me a persuasion check.
Redcoats are coming. Redcoats are coming.
Exactly.
You've asked me a very complicated question. As I'm not sure if you're familiar with the city, but we've studied for this position for years and years and years. It takes a long time to get in the position we are, and we just can't deputize someone, which seems to be what you're suggesting. What I can do for you, though, is write you an official note that says something along the lines, by orders of the Red Cloaks, you are to assist Vidania in her investigation for the disappearance of Drax Tightlips.
She'll she'll think on it, and looking like to the side with her eyes, and then she'll look back to him and go, "All right, I guess that is will suffice it enough for now. But are there going to be more jobs than this in the future?"
Depending on how well you do on this job, of course.
All right. Well, when the time comes, besides the rewards of solving some of these mysteries and disappearances and everything, I would hope there'd be some fast track way where I can be deputized in the near future.
Absolutely. We could put you on the fast track. That would take, let me think, 5 years or so?
She'll take like a deep breath and she'll exhale it slowly. 5 years isn't something that I was hoping to hear, but we can always talk more about this. But depending on each task that you have me do, I might ask for a little bit extra in reward if the situation happens to be a lot worse than what was expected.
Let me make clear what I meant by 5 years. It's not something I can dispense. As I said, we've spent, myself personally, it took me 12 years to study the law and understand it and be qualified for this job. As you know, we are both the police force and the judge. We pass sentences right there on the street. It took me personally 12 years to study the law to get into the position I am now. If you wish to go on this path, the fastest time I've ever heard it done is in 5 years.
Well, I would like to break that record, and I would like to see at least probably 4 years.
Well, congratulations then. You're on the track to becoming a red cloak. The very first baby step, though.
She will, though, bring out her hand and outstretch it, and she'll kind of like hold it out, open towards him and go, "That's paper that you said that you're going to give me. Mind if I have it now?"
He gets it written up. He puts the official stamp of the red cloaks on it and hands it to you.
She will take it and just kind of like give it a brief little look over, and she'll nod and roll it up, and she'll like put it into her bag and go, "All right, well, I will definitely look into this matter. And what is the going rate of rewards when it comes to these sort of investigations?"
Come up if indeed Drax Tightlips is dead and you discover his body and effectively find out what happened to him. 50 gold pieces. And as I said, I'm quite concerned about Drax Tightlips, but if you find him alive, 100 gold pieces for you.
Still nod. All right. Well, time is probably against me. How long has it been since he's gone missing?
It's been missing for 2 nights. As I said, it usually goes to the Cheeky Mermaid Inn, makes boasts about it, and he hasn't been there for the last 2 nights, which is very uncharacteristic.
All right. Well, it looks like I have the time is definitely against me then, because the longer I wait, the case could go cold. So she will go ahead and rise up from her seat, and she'll kind of like give him like a small little nod and go, "Well, I look forward to letting you know what happens." And with that, she'll give him like a small little bow, and she'll start heading out.
Okay. The big question is, though, where do you head?
Well, she is actually going to head back to the tavern because that's where the group is. Or at least that's where she believes the group is going to head to anyways.
But the group is indeed there. Did Astra head to the Lucky Link?
Yeah, after seeing everybody exit the party and giving directions to the Red Cloaks, he would have followed.
Okay.
Still
Okay.
keeping tabs on the newcomers for Cassius.
Okay. So, how do I drag you across to the Lucky Cavern? Yeah, there we go. Let me know if you can't see or there's some problem with your token. And this is the kind of the paintings I was mentioning before. You see there's a small jug of beer, a large jug of beer. So, and underneath Astra, there's the wine barrel. So if you manage to jump that far, you get the wine barrel. Okay, so you all meet up. It's getting later on in the evening, sort of midnight, that sort of time. What do you do?
I'm gonna bust for a little bit.
In the evening, I'm off shift now. I will pay for drinks, and I will give Ricio. I will give Ricio 10 gold to drink for free for today and tomorrow.
That more than covers the governor. Oh, well done. Okay. Yeah, he's going to take the 10 gold pieces, and he's also going to keep a careful track of what drinks people make, because he's going to claim that back again. Because why wouldn't he?
I'm off duty. I don't care what he does right now.
All right.
I have a question real quick. Is there like an official amount I owe Golfa? Because I'm keeping track of how much I'm paying him.
We'll say it started at 1,000 gold pieces, which is 10 times as much that you borrowed. So if you want to keep a track of that, you can, but start at 1,000 gold pieces, even though you only borrowed 100.
Yeah.
Okay, so cool.
Yeah, Renel's going to start like asking if there's anything else she needs to do to help, whether it's clearing tables or like if it looks like there's still people, then she can perform a little bit. But like, yeah, for otherwise she can just like head on back and start like cleaning, washing dishes or whatever. You know, like her normal stay here, basically.
Yeah. Just keeping the place clean. Haka and Madrika are the two main barmaids here, in addition to Ricio the barman. And yeah, they treat you like family. Ricio slips you one of your favorite drinks. No charge, of course, but he charges Ricio Tane for it. Charges Nathal Wester for it.
Yeah.
And yeah. Okay, so just doing your normal stuff inside of the Lucky League Tavern.
Sweet.
I need drinks. Lots and lots of drinks.
Yeah, I'll give I'll give recommendations to like Pinky and Vidania and Hyol, like as far as like which drinks they might like.
Yeah, the strongest ones. So forget tonight's this evening. The faster the better.
Oh, Mr. Pinky, you got nothing to be ashamed about.
That's just nobles acting like this.
Pinky, were you forced against your will at that party? Is there something that or someone I can shake down for you?
He just looks. What are you good for? When we got in a fight, you just lie on the ground. When we went to that den of awfulness, you were just stayed outside. And now you want to make money on somebody at our expense?
Not your expense. I'm trying to regain your honor, per se. Who hurt you? Show me on the doll where they touched you.
You're making fun of this, too.
Yeah, so like while I'm like behind the table, once I see like Astra doing that, while I'm like behind the table by Ricio, I'm actually going to hide a little bit and like cast minor illusion for a fart to emerge from Astra. Just like a really loud like fart sound coming from him using minor illusion.
Like this?
Play into it. Oh, I had to hold that in all day.
Go ahead and move over
You
here.
were outside whole day and you do this now?
I had to be professional. Then I'm off duty now.
Drink! I need more drinks.
Drinks a flow and flow, and Vidania raises her hand.
Well, no, she's raising her hand, kind of like waving her hand in front of her face, trying to like make sure she doesn't get that smell.
Oh, I see. So, we're almost at the end of the session. So I'm just curious. We can play this out next week, but you kind of got two things to do that have some urgency about it. One is Byra, and one is this matter of Drax tight lips that Vidania is on a bit of a time crunch to. Actually, we don't need. We'll get covered either way, actually. So we'll let you decide what you want to do next week. If you want to split the party, that's fine. We could do that. If Vidania wants to convince you to help Drax before Byra, that's fine. But we'll just.
I think just going off of Astra, Astra would care more so about a threat closer to the city than some teenage girl who ran away. That's Astra's 2 cents.
As I said, we can play this out next week, but we'll stop it there as you're in a place of safety. And I guess congratulations on making it to 2nd level. 1st level, as as the mighty guard Astra found out, doesn't always go as well as you hope. So at least you got some hit points now. All right, thank you very much, and we'll see you guys next week.
Thank you.
Hey,
Awesome
guys.
game, everybody.
See you guys.
No, I'm out next week, Malcolm. Away to the cabin with my wife for her birthday.
Oh, awesome! Have a great time.
So thank you.
Okay, bye.
Alright,
And then-
enjoy.
And
Bye-bye.
then, Malcolm,
Yes.
I was curious with my character. Is there a way that you can help me with my longsword? Because when as a monk, you can dedicate a weapon as a monk item, and you can add your dex to it instead of the strength.
I'll look into your character sheet when I get a moment, but you basically your longsword isn't working right.
Yeah.
So it might help. So what I've noticed is if you click on the weapon, then there should be a spot on the weapon on the right of D&D Beyond that says like dedicate weapon, if it works like it does for Warlock for Hexblade.
All it shows is says
should be
beyond
like a-
20 display, and then it says like customize.
Yeah, I think you can customize it to give like a bonus to it.
Do
Yeah,
that,
the only
we'll
thing
have
is
it, though.
Yeah.
Anyway, regardless, I'll look into it, Chris. That's fine.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay. See you later, guys. Okay, Google, turn the lights on.